You can start, Andrea.
I'm Andrea. Oh yeah, Andrea.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sean.
I'm Ben Morris.
Two Bens, got distinguished. So.
So I do kind of movement, dance stuff within the group.
And I, along with Ben, work on the music side of things and produce some of the texts that we use, and then when we perform live, we dance as well. Utility man.
And I mainly provide the sculptural elements and the materials, but I do some of the movement as well.
And singing.
Yeah.
And singing. Oh yeah, and singing. I do singing too.
Yeah, I work on the music and the recordings as well. Sort of produce when we have released things, produce the records that we've done.
The residency is a work with framed it as a kind of work in progress. We wanted to work on some new material, and because we live in different places, Andrea lives in London, Ben lives in Manchester, Sean Sheffield, and I'm in Glasgow, so we're pretty much all over the place. It's just been really amazing to come together for a week to be able to do that, because we can work remotely, obviously, and share things like over the internet, but it's not the same as coming together and like working on performance together like that.
Yeah, and I think like we did at the start of last year, we did a residency at Chapter Gallery in Cardiff, and then we played at Counterflows, and then we went on a bit of a hiatus after that. So it's been really good to come back with a bit of blank slate, I think, because after Counterflows we had this really polished, well, as polished as Katz Mulk ever gets.
Yeah. We'd had a really
performance.
long time to spend working on something, so we had like a full week to spend working on one performance. So yeah, that's the most time we've ever had together, and so then we had a really long break, and it's nice to come back.
And that's the time that's been really important as well, because it's given us the, that kind of bit open space to be able to experiment and not kind of think that we have to produce something as polished again. So it's been really nice just to, let it all hang out. Really good.
Yeah.
It's warm.
we never rehearse in warm spaces.
Yeah. I think this is the warmest we've had.
Yeah, it's got no holes in the wall. It's been great. Like, obviously everything. It's got everything that we need. It's like an interesting space to work, like on the precinct as well. We've got that kind of interaction with like people walking past, which is quite interesting for what we've been doing. And it's just great to be able to come here whenever we want and structure our time like that. Mm-hmm. One of the performative ideas is to kind of merge our roles a little bit more, so that we haven't got these defined. You're a dancer, I'm doing some words, you're doing some sculpture, and Ben's doing the music. We're trying to kind of challenge the roles that we kind of bring to the performances.
There was all this really interesting structure left behind, and we'd done stuff with the space, and we'd kind of moved things around, and lots of the audience were coming up afterwards and looking at it, and it just felt like such a shame to bundle it all back into a bag and have to take it home again. And I think for me that's one of the most interesting parts, is what's left behind after we finish, and whether that gives a suggestion of what's happened during the performance. So it's quite exciting for me to have an exhibition of what's left over.
So this is the start of a new kind of process of making making a brand new performance towards that. So cool. So it's definitely part of that new phase.
Yeah, we sort of had a process of, like, Ben did some field recording just around the precinct, and it's been really interesting kind of listening back to that and then editing sort of loops out of it, which are going to be in the installation and also in the performance. I guess site-specific kind of elements like that have played a part in it.
If it wasn't for the power cut, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So it's good.
The sound of a power cut.
Yeah.